Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful, and for those who are still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to someone out there who has a very small piece of land, and he or she thinks that it is not possible to start this project, or someone who is still renting but really has a lot of interest in this project, but still they do not have the ability to buy land and they really want to start this project. I want to tell you how you can start this project from a very small piece of land and expand, and this will be out of my own experience. I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to tell you how big my land is and how I've managed to do this project, and how I have managed to at least earn over 1 million shillings from this project. So let us go inside. We are going to start with where my local birds are, and then later we shall go to where my layers are, and we shall be discussing so many interesting tips about this. And then also I'll share with you some of the challenges that I am facing in doing this project in this small piece of land, so that at least if you're going to start, at least I think you can try to see how you can manage to handle some of those problems, so that you don't face the same problems that I am facing or that I have also faced. So let us go inside where my local birds are. So guys, before we go inside, okay, this is the place that I have decided to fence for my project, okay, because the land is 100 by 100 feet, but I've decided to gazette at least this place. I don't know whether it can reach even 40. I think it's around 40 by 100, okay. I have decided to fence this area to do my project. You can see my layers house is the other corner, but here I have put the local birds, okay. So let's just get inside, and we discuss few things from there. So this is where my local birds are, and down the other side you can see I have my layers there. But these local birds are here temporarily. It's not permanent that they will be here, okay. And when you want to start this project and you have a very small piece of land like the way I have here, first of all, you'll have to choose the type of breed that you're going to deal in. In poultry farming, we have different breed of birds. We have the layers that I have the other side. We have the broilers, we have the broilers, we have the local birds, and the local birds, we have also different categories. We have the ducks, we have the turkeys, we have the local chicken, we have the guinea fowls, of which I don't have it here, okay. So you'll have to choose the type of breed that you're going to do in this small piece of land. And I want, when we are choosing this type of breed, let us be so specific. Because if you can see, I have mixed breeds here. I have the turkeys, you can see there, the ducks and the chicken, and then also I have the layers. You have to choose carefully the type of breeds that you're going to deal in, okay. Why are you supposed to choose the type of breed you're going to deal in? Because in a small piece of land like this, if you mix different breeds, you're likely to get disturbed by the chicken diseases. Remember, this chicken the poultry have so many types of diseases, of which if you don't specialize in one type of breed or two, you can easily be disturbed by this chicken diseases, especially if you're still a beginner and you still do not know the techniques of managing these birds, okay. So you have to choose the type of breed you're going to deal in. But then if you're choosing the type of breed, since you have a small piece of land or you are renting, okay, you have to choose the breed that is going to help you get money quickly and help you expand faster. Someone who has a very small piece of land, I wouldn't expect, if you want to really expand, I wouldn't expect you to start the local breeds, okay. Honestly, I wouldn't expect you to start with the local breeds. If you're starting with the local breeds, maybe you start with the improved local breeds like the broilers, the rainbow roosters, or the Kenbros, okay. Those are the ones we have in this country. But the purely local ones, like the ones I have here, I wouldn't expect you to start with these purely local breeds. I would expect you to start with either layers or broilers, because those ones, you're sure it will bring you money very fast, especially now the broilers, okay. The broilers, within only 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you have sold off the birds, okay. Then the layers, After 6 months, they will start laying if you've managed them properly well. And then you will find that after 1 year of them laying, at least you're able to expand. Well, you will not be able to maybe buy land, but you will be able to expand, and later you can get money and buy land. Okay, now the breed also that you're going to choose it wisely. Then another thing, after choosing the breed, you have to start small. Okay, when you start small, you're able to manage this project and master it very well. Remember, you're still in the learning process. If you start it with a very big number of birds, you're likely to fail. Now, from my own experience, when I started this project in this small piece of land, I remember I brought 300. I first started with broilers, of which I couldn't continue with broilers because it wasn't my interest. So, and then later I went to layers, of which I started with 300 layers. When the 300 layers were still there, I again came to, and then again brought 1,200. When the 1,200 were still there, I again brought the 1,000. But so I roughly had around 2,500 layers, of which later it disturbed me. I got chicken diseases. I lost so many birds. It brought me back to zero. So that is why I'm saying, if you've chosen the type of breed, start small. If you start small, you'll be able to learn. You'll be able to know how to manage this bird. So by the time you are expanding, at least you have some knowledge. Okay. And then after starting small, you have to manage biosecurity. Why I've said biosecurity? Because since it's a small piece of land, and maybe it's in a home setting like the way we are, so many people come to the home. You will not stop people from visiting you because you have birds there. Okay, so that means biosecurity must be very, very tight. No one should enter the farm without disinfecting themselves. There should be no free entry and exit into your farm. And then if you've chosen to go with the modern medicines, you must do the vaccination of your birds. Vaccination is very, very important, especially for those who are not doing the organic farming, because I'm sure some of you still fear that it is not possible to raise these birds organically, the way Alinga is saying right here. So if you've chosen that you will use the modern medicine, because if you're a beginner, sometimes you will fear that you have your little money, and if you decide to go organic, since most people still don't believe that this bird can be raised organically. So when you've chosen you will use the modern medicines, make sure that you vaccinate those birds very well to at least prevent them from getting these chicken diseases. And then another thing is that feeding also must be very, very good. Give those birds well balanced diet feed. That is the only way you're going to succeed in this project. And then you must also keep the records of your birds. Since you have very few number of birds, I think keeping the records should not be a big problem. That will help you see how you're developing, because you will know when you've brought the birds, how many birds you've brought, how many birds you have lost, how much you have sold them, and this will help you in the expansion later. And then also another thing that you must do is to market your products. If you're dealing in layers, you should market the eggs. If you're dealing in broilers, you should market your meat, because since you are a small farmer, most buyers run to bigger farms. They might not know you, so you must look for a way of marketing your products. Then we also have some of the problems that come with starting small. Now, like me, I've decided to mix so many breeds here. You can see I have the ducks there, I have the turkeys there, I have the local chicken there. When you're starting with the local birds, I wouldn't advise someone to mix different birds. Now you see I have the turkeys. Those turkeys always are the ones fighting the chicken, are the ones fighting the ducks. I have lost so many ducks and chicken because of the turkeys. So that is why I would say, if you're starting with the local birds, please have only one type of bird, specialize in it, study it very well. In that way, you'll be able to develop. So now let us enter our layers farm, and I tell you some of the challenges that I have with having this small piece of land. Now this is where my layers are. We all know this chicken house because we always do the work inside together. But I also have some challenges with having a small piece of land. Okay, now if you can see, I still have some manure that I have packed there. Then when we go inside, okay, of course you must always have a foot bath at the entrance where you put the leg, dip the leg first before entering. Okay, these are our birds. So guys, this is our chicken house where our main project is. This is our layers farm. We all know this farm, not so? Only that there is a lot of noise because it is still morning hours and birds are actively laying eggs. So another challenge that I have, you can see the manure that we removed almost 2 weeks ago still is inside the farm because I don't have anywhere I can put this manure. Okay, I don't have anywhere to put the manure, and the buyer keeps telling me that the season is not yet on. It has not yet started raining well for him to cultivate. So he wants to take the manure when the rain is there, and he's going to apply it in the garden. So this is one big challenge that someone with a small piece of land will face. Okay, let us go back outside. And then also another challenge that you're likely to face with having a small piece of land for those who have decided to do broilers. With the broilers dropping, it is a challenge because in most cases it is very wet, okay? And some neighbors will end up disturbing you that it is smelling for them. So if you don't get the market or someone to take the broiler dropping, it will be a very big challenge. So that's why I would advise, if you have a very small piece of land and you don't have where you're going to dump the broiler droppings or the broiler manure, please endeavor to do other breeds like the layers or the crailers, okay, or the improved locals, because the improved locals also grow very fast and it can bring you income very fast. But as I said, I wouldn't expect someone to do purely local, like the purely local birds that I have here, because it does not grow as fast as you think. It will not bring you income very fast for you to expand, unless if you just want it for part-time and just for, you know, for home consumption, you can have the purely local birds. But as for business and for expansion, I would prefer you do layers and you do this local, the improved local birds. But broilers, if you really have where you're going to take those manure for broilers, that is when I will say do the broilers. Because in most cases, neighbors always disturb about the smell of the broiler dropping, because after 3 weeks you have sold off the birds, you need again to bring more birds. I don't know whether you will get the client to take the droppings as fast as possible. Even when the person is taking for free, it will still disturb you. So if you have a small piece of land, that is a big challenge. Then another big challenge that you will have is congestion, okay? Congestion is going to be there because now you will have interest of expanding, and you know, when you're constructing the chicken house, at least should be 10 meters away from the other. But now you find that here it is not the case, because I have a small piece of land. I see that leaving the 10 meters is a wastage of land. Now, like, I'm planning to bring more birds this year, probably in the middle of this year. We are going to do all these things together for us to see and learn, okay? When we add in more birds, we shall see that we shall not be able to construct the house 10 meters away from the current chicken house. With the local birds, it is temporarily because I'm just doing it for home consumption and just for learning, but it's not my main target, okay? Unless if I have a big chunk of land, that is when I will be able to transfer the local birds there. But however, I also prefer doing this project where I stay, okay? Where I stay, that's why I have not been able to transfer it to maybe another piece of land. I also prefer doing it where I stay. So that is why I will say that you can start this project in a small piece of land and earn money from that small piece of land. But even when you're renting, you can talk to the landlord and start it. You can put them in those cages. We have seen people do it in the cages, those wooden cages. Those are temporal projects. And someone who is still renting and has a good relationship with the landlord, you can talk to those landlords and landladies, and they allow you put your projects there, and you can still benefit from poultry farming. So from here, I think someone out there who has a small piece of land can also start this project and be successful. Now, I wanted to show you something about the mango leaves. Last time we talked about the mango leaves, but there is something special that I want to show you about the mango leaves. So let us go in my mango tree and I show you something. So I wanted to show you that for those who can access the mango leaves, if you see these leaves, these ones coming out, these fresh and young ones. These are the ones you can get and chop and you feed to the birds. Okay, because last time I remember we boiled them. I think we boiled them and we gave to the birds, but normally the boiling is always done with these hard old ones, but these soft ones you can just get these soft ones, you chop it and take to the birds, or you just tie it in the farm, the birds will consume it. These are still very fresh and very, very young for those who have very many mango trees. So if you see these young ones coming, these are the ones you can give the birds when they are still very fresh. Because I can see, I just felt like I cannot miss showing you this. You can chop into smaller pieces and you take to the birds, or you can just get them and you go and tie it inside the farm. Your birds are going to consume it and it will help boost on their production. So that is what I wanted to show you. So now let us go inside the farm because the birds are actively laying right now. So you guys, you can see our birds are actively laying right now. Because some of you have been thinking that the eggs that we collect here every day, maybe I just pile them there to show you that this project is real. You can see. So those are our birds laying eggs. And others have actually already laid eggs. We are going to even collect the eggs right now. You can see. We have others up here. So guys, whatsoever I'm telling you in this channel is real. So let us follow them. And actually, let us also watch the old videos. We shall learn a lot. So let us collect a few eggs. Oh my God. And the eggs are still hot, eh? They are running away. So guys, let us leave this birds to first lay eggs. But I think now you can accept that all the eggs that we collect every day is from our birds, because you've really seen our birds are laying actively right now. So at around 1:02 that I come to collect the eggs, find when the eggs are full in the laying boxes, okay? Then also I wanted to show you, we have one hen that is not working, and this chicken, I think it was stepped on by my colleague that we work with here. I think it is here. I noticed this yesterday that this bird was not working. Then when I tried checking it, it's a very healthy bird, very heavy, but I think early in the morning, because normally early in the morning I'm not the one who feed these birds. Early in the morning I think it was stepped on or something fell on it, but you see? So the hen is not working. One side of the leg has a problem, and it is a very healthy hen, a laying hen, which is a very big loss if we are to lose this hen. Because now a laying hen like this, when it gets a problem like this, it takes it some time to come back to laying. So that is what I wanted us to see. I want us to be very, very careful while handling these birds, especially for us who have the deep litter system. We have to train our workers to handle these birds well. I think early morning sometimes when the birds are piled there and she's getting inside, she comes when she's under pressure because the birds are really making a lot of noise and want to feed. So we have to be very careful when we are entering the chicken house. You have to know how to go through these birds carefully that you don't step on a bird. So we should be very careful for those who are going to start this deep litter system. Those are some of the challenges that we are facing in the deep litter system. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye-bye.